Now let's take a look at some of the apparent features of the external cradle. During your time keeping bees, you will be executing various types of inspections. So it is good to understand how each physical feature of your Beepod vented top bar hive will help you give your bees the highest chance of success each year. As you learn more about the basic maintenance and then eventually management of your hive, when and how to use these features will become more and more apparent based on your personal preferences and how you interact with your bees. The most noticeable component of the overall design of the Beepod is the white lid. We chose the white roof to make it temperature neutral for hives that are exposed to constant sunlight or even those that are partially covered for shade. The outside ribs of the lid spanning the length of the lid act as restraints for the top bars in case the cradle is tipped, jarred, or moves abruptly, holding the bars of comb in place as long as you have locked your hive. The locking lid is designed specifically to provide security for your bees and protect them from wind, rain, snow, and even vandalism, while providing year-round ventilation and a vapor barrier to insulate the hive from extreme conditions. The rotolocks create a discrete locking mechanism with your hive key. You will notice that there are other various features on the lid and the rest of the hive. You'll notice the 3 circular vents on either end of the lid. They help move air from the inner chamber, but also symbolize the 3 ocilii, the tiny UV eyes the honeybees use to navigate. Again, this goes towards the educational purpose of the physical design. Ventilation is the single most important requirement for any beehive. Bees regulate the heat and humidity in the hive by tasking their colony to flap wings or sit outside. The bottom boards on the Beepod are built with a sliding slat design containing vent holes that allow the beekeeper to help with this ventilation. Reach underneath the cradle and you can slide the vent to open or close the holes. The whole vent can easily be completely removed when the temperatures remain very, very hot. We suggest you treat it as you do your home. When you open the window for a little air and heat relief, open the vent to your Beepod as well. In the evening, as the weather gets a bit more chilly, you would generally close the vents to the Beepod, much like you would the windows in your own home. When testing the vent boards, you may notice that there is a screen that lies between you and the bees above the vent board. The biggest problem with bees before colony collapse disorder dwarfed it in severity was mite control. Today's mites have developed resistance to all man-made chemical treatments. To effectively treat mites means killing the bees as well most of the time. So we looked for another solution. The screened bottoms allow the bees to walk on top, protected within the hive, but let the mites fall through the screen, never to find another host. The mesh screen provides much-needed ventilation while protecting the bees from other critters. The screen is sandwiched between 2 wooden frames and can easily be removed and cleaned. This is very helpful in the spring if you have noticed that your bees did not make it through the winter. Last but certainly not least, the shutters and windows on either side of the cradle are very, very special to us. BeeTV is a window to their world. It allows for careful observation and even safe exhibition without disturbing the bees at all. The shutters are attached with 2 powerful weather-resistant magnets for ease of use. Simply grasp either side and pull towards you. Voila, BeeTV. Aside from using BeeTV to show off your bees to your ever more frequent visitors and guests to your hive, it also plays an essential role in inspections, which we will discuss in a future lesson.